Let's talk about the stories we take before, but no, Mike's up. Alrighty, Lagos. You're just in time if you just joined us. Well, this is time for the Grapevine, Grapevine 91 on Smooth 98.1 with Ayamira SA.
And Kayode Baker. Good
And of
morning.
course, good morning, Lagos. We've got very special guests in the studio. But before we let you know who's in the house with us, first you can reach out to us to be part of our conversation. Reach out to us on WhatsApp. That's 0809
And of course, you can go onto Twitter. Our songs that we will be reviewing in a moment is on Twitter. Don't forget, we usually tweet a day before. So go on there at Smooth981FM and you can track that using the hashtag Grapevine981. We're also streaming live on YouTube, so please watch us. We have a full house. You know what's going on behind the scenes. I think, yeah, the girls outnumber the boys. I love that whenever that happens, it's beautiful. To my immediate, we have Noah Roya.
Bonjour.
Oh, oui, love it. All right, next to her we have. Okay, let me do the ladies first because the man has to come with it. Powerful, you know. We have the. Oh, good to have you back. The wonderful Lady Red, Olive Emodi.
Bonjour, bonjour. And I'm saying bonjour because of where I'm coming from. You know,
How
we
was your
have
trip?
language. Oh, it was really nice. Fine boys in Tunisia. Language barrier though.
We see the plug. Nice.
All right, so Olive is wearing red. It's because they have red in the flag in the Tunisian flag.
Yes,
right?
the Tunisian flag is red and white. So
Alright.
I'm representing.
You're
I'm not yet back.
You're channeling your
My
inner
body is here, but my spirit is there.
inner Tunisia. All right. And in the middle, right in the middle of it all, we have the man, the only man analyst in the studio. We have Mr. James Silas.
Yeah.
Come on, Lily.
I almost said yeah too. Almost.
Yeah.
Aha.
There we go. All right, Lagos. So you know what to do. First things first, though. Let's tell you what's to come. First, we're gonna play your song by Johnny Drill. It's called the Greatest Love Song. Oh, of course, count on you actually, but it's also called the Greatest Love Song.
Well, he's called it the
He's called it the
greatest
greatest love
love
And
song.
many other people have seconded it.
Okay, so we're gonna play that song, and we'd like to listen to your thoughts about that. If you think it's the greatest love song, let us know.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this to my guy.
Are you joking?
It's not the greatest love song, please.
Are you
It's
serious?
just a good love song. Even his wait for me.
Did
Did
they,
they lie?
did they ever check if it was an original
was mad,
rendition?
though.
Huh?
It's like an original clear from original rendition.
Sorry.
It sounded so like.
Okay, so that is it. It's Count on Me, the greatest love song. Well,
I'm not
by-
counting on you. It's count on you. It's not counting on you.
Okay, so what do you think, Olive?
Of course, I love it. First of all, Johnny Drill can do no wrong. Everybody knows that I love him. And I'd be brutally honest, if it wasn't a nice song to me, of course I would say, regardless of the fact that I love him. I like the fact that the video was very crisp and clear. I like the fact that it started from the beach. I think it was pretty smart move using Bam Bam and Teddy A, because of course they had just gotten engaged and all this happened within the week of their engagement and the announcement. So I thought it was pretty smart business move. But of course, I used to be so much in love with Wait for Me that I said that on my wedding day that was the song that I was going to dance to. And even when he did Romeo and Juliet and every other song, I kept thinking, nah, it's still Wait for Me. But Count on You seems to me like a very good competition for Wait on Me.
Okay, all right.
Fantastic.
Wait for Me rather.
Nora Royal, how about you?
I think the song is cool. He's a really dope artist, especially coming from Nigeria. Not to knock him off or anything, but we don't have many artists in Nigeria that are on that wave in terms of like being introduced internationally and people respecting you and stuff. So I feel it. I'm feeling it. He's cool.
James?
Yeah, I mean, plus the song on the video, like Olive just said that it was perfect timing as per these guys just had. Sometimes there's some people who see into the future. I mean, how do you bring these people together to shoot this kind of video, even before we realized that, oh, okay, this thing is actually what they had was this serious in terms of them having to now do the engagement and everything. This is just like maybe what, almost a year after the whole Big Brother, Big Brother thing. I really liked it. So, but somewhere in my head, I'm wondering. I was asking before, we went live that has anybody checked or researched to know if the song was is actually an original rendition? It sounds like something I've heard before, because and not to actually knock him in any way, but I just might not be. I'm not sure. I'm just asking if anybody can tell people, maybe listeners, is this song really, really an original rendition? It's a very beautiful song. I love it. Johnny Drew's writing skills cannot even be
It
faulted.
can be.
He's very, very good. I mean, it can be faulted. I mean, if you have the point, but from all what I've heard so far from Johnny Drill to this one, it is beautiful. This might not be my favorite song from Johnny Drill. For me, I like Finding Faith. Finding Faith is
That's a good
my
song.
own favorite
good
so
song.
far. But this one's a beautiful song. I love the video. It's a true love story.
Yeah.
Even
I
though
have
Finding
to
Neko is a
agree, though.
sequel to Wait For Me, can I quickly just chip in something as well? I like, there's a part of the lyrics that said, nobody ever thought would come this far. And that was really like it was something that was similar. In fact, it was appropriate for Teddy and Bam Bam because of the way their relationship started, and everybody just thought, all this one is publicity stunt, it won't go far. So nobody ever thought would come this far was really appropriate for them. So I think they thought it through to shoot that video, and I love the song.
I actually thought that they had like the cinematographer. They had the video, the guy shooting the video.
The original
for
video, the original wedding, right? Yeah.
That's what I first thought. But I think the song is great. It just is not as good as Wait for Me or some of the other songs I've heard from Johnny Drill. But this is the best video I've seen from Johnny Drill so far.
Yes, in
I
terms of
agree.
video, I was actually going to just concentrate on the video since everyone has spoken about the song. Again, just like I think the guys have shared, not my favorite Johnny Drill love song, excuse me, but I think he's a great artist. The first thing before I even started listening to the song, what I'd written in my notes was Johnny Drill can do no wrong. So when Ollie said, I just felt like he can do. There's not even if he sings, I'm going to
Even
love
when
the
he
song.
breathes.
Yeah, he's such a fantastic, talented artist. So let me just concentrate on the video. But maybe because of the Nigerian parlance and in terms of our taste for our song choices, I mean, one of the biggest love songs in Nigeria is Iyawomi. So you understand, and Oloomi. So you understand the kind of song. So I'm not sure that the Nigerian audience is ready for this kind of song to be the greatest love song. I think we still kind of love our homegrown tunes.
Is it lie you? It's changing
That's
now.
my thoughts. That's my opinion.
Okay, true though.
So in terms of, I feel that people still love the big songs are those that kind of infuse we have the alter group definitely growing, but in terms of great songs that would appeal to the masses, I believe that we still love our infusion of Nigerian sound, but I don't want him to change what he's doing. That's his sound, that's his niche, so he should continue. I think it was very wise, like you mentioned, leveraging on Bam Bam and Teddy A. They shouldn't bother doing wedding again. I hope that wedding was real because they should just save their money and reception money because she even cried. I was going to say Bam Bam is a great actress. I have to give that to her. So it wasn't just about using two celebrities. There were people who could interpret the song for him, and maybe because it's real, so it wasn't really difficult. So in terms of choice of art, people great. I was looking at his YouTube page, the video, and kudos to him in 4 days, over almost 1 million views on that song. So fantastic. And I'll point out someone's comment. Joe BLK said, please, Don Jazzy should try and get a collaboration between him and Adele, Ed Sheeran, Sam Smith, or Emily Sandé, and I couldn't agree less because
That would be dope.
that would be fantastic. So
I
we're
heard
like,
there was a John Bellion connection coming.
that
Well,
would be
I'm
great.
hoping for that. I know he met John Bellion sometime in the year, and I'm really hoping because he's been a John Bellion fan for the longest time. He's done covers to lots of John Bellion songs, and they even sound alike. The sounds are pretty similar. So I'll be looking forward to that. And John Bellion saw him and said, "I'm a fan."
Like he's done a lot. And
That's a huge
finally,
one.
when he was playing the piano, I was like, let's take it a step further, guys. If you're inviting Johnny Drew for your wedding, let him play you in. He only usually sings, but now I could see another my vision. Let me
Mhm.
just bring him and let him play. You just be seeing one guy playing and singing.
But that is riskier because you can be looking at your husband like this and your mind will be changing. Boy, yeah, is it your husband? Is it Johnny Drill I want to walk up to?
Myro,
Yeah.
take notes.
No contest.
There's no room contest.
All right, real quick, let's talk about the next song. This song's from Chocolate City rapper. His name is Black Bones, and it's from his EP called Mr. Bombastic. The song itself is called Shut Up. Let's listen to this one.
Pretty Bam Bam. Bam Bam even featured in this one.
What'd you say?
So,
Come up with something.
no, we'll do this one first. Can I change?
Okay, I'll tell you this though. I like the vibe,
I do too.
but I don't know. What else do you like about it?
I like one line there where he said, the best thing for a man to get not to get sense. I think
Okay.
that's sort of how it sounded. I like the video. I felt that it was colorful. It was a pretty daring video. I mean, he was on top of a vehicle, a moving car. I don't understand him in a wedding gown though, but wedding gown and
Maybe
carrying
that's
like
another
some sort of
daring move.
ammunition. It looked different. It's the kind of video that you would see. I think sometimes one of the aims of a video is sometimes not just to convey a message, but to get you to do a double take. Like, who is this guy? And if it was to get us to do a double take, he definitely hit that nail on the head. I don't understand the concept. Maybe if someone explained to me though, but I thought it was a pretty dope song, and the video is colorful.
Yeah, I like the song, no doubt. And then Blackbone has been on a wave recently, insulting all rappers and claiming, the ultimate title of being the best rapper in Africa and all that other story. But this video was ugly to watch for me.
Hey,
Um,
my chest.
It just wasn't visually appealing for me. It had all the elements of hip hop. It had all the grime. It had all the bragging rights. It had those elements, and yeah. But apart from the dubs, I mean, if you want to talk tough, you don't hold all these puppy and fluffy, beautiful kind of dogs.
Be like Snoop Dogg.
You have a Rottweiler, have something fierce,
Yeah, or
to show
Bobo.
us. Do you understand? But apart from that, I mean, it wasn't appealing to. Okay, even the ladies that were used, I don't say people are ugly in any way, but it was the video, the visual, it was just not appealing to watch. The guys wearing the wedding
Wearing
gowns, and then
dresses.
okay, they now did all of that thing, and then to what end? Maybe they went to kidnap the people that they were showing at the end, where that he was talking to, that they tied upside down or whatever. But it just was ugly to watch. I don't want to see guys wearing wedding gowns. I don't want to see any of those kind of funny. So, boy, it was daring, so to speak. But I beg.
Low baton.
How about you, Norel?
That is the end of
What do you think?
Um,
You're a
I'm
rapper,
not
so
really,
I mean,
no, I'm not a rapper. I can just rap.
okay,
Mhm.
all
New
right.
York stand up. But yeah, I feel like like you said, he is on a kind of wave. He did the Martell thing or whatever, and he was all right with that. I'm not too sure if the song is original because he's like using things from like old school Mr. Boombastic and
Mr.
like
Bombastic.
Stormzy had a song called Shut Up or whatever. And it's just like there's a lot going on, and a lot of Nigerian rappers, they're not original. And he's still young. You can't just come out of nowhere and feel like, oh, you're the greatest rapper alive. No. Let's see you rap, from the top of the dome for like 10 minutes straight, and let's see what you're really about. You can't just come and say like I'm the best rapper. No, like Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, all these people, and then this guy, it's not happening.
Okay, of course.
MI Vector.
No, but he's under Chocolate City, if I'm correct. Like,
Yeah,
Yes,
100,
yes, yes.
100
so that's why he
pounds.
can say that. Oh, we're going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say something. I mean, when it comes to rap, Black Bones can rap. Black Bone started underground from, I don't know if it was really, well, I've known this guy from the underground where not like, I wasn't particularly a fan, but I followed his career, from a point to right now. When it comes to that, they say bragging right as a rapper,
Mm.
Black Bones can rap.
But how come
Black
nobody
Bone
has heard of him?
off his head.
But
He's
how come
very
nobody
good.
has
All
heard
right,
of
okay,
him?
so
you
we need to
understand?
go on a break. Let's think about this.
He's very
Guys, let us know what you think. So, Analysts, Olive, James Silas, and Noah Royale have told us what they think about Black Bones and the video. Do you like guys wearing a wedding gown, holding little nice white dogs? Or would you rather, do you think it was a nice contradiction for, very manly yet showing his softer side? Let's know. Send us a WhatsApp message. We'll be reading your messages once we come back from this break.
Well,
And you're listening to
the
Smooth
LGBT family
98.1.
would
Keep
like
listening.
No,
Damn.
it doesn't
no,
Where
that's
is
not
family?
what
Where are
it
the
is.
family?
That's not what
It's a horrible video.
I said they'll come and fight
Damn.
No, that's not what it's about.
But I tell you,
He
that's one of the things-
tried to incorporate an
It's a
Altez
horrible
stylish
Yeah.
vibe
It's
to
like
it.
what Tenny does
It's
with her styling.
androgyny. Well, no, Tenny's a lesbian, so she needs.
Oh,
and
no.
she's big,
You didn't just say
so
that.
she can't. Well, true.
No.
How do we know that though?
There's no
Well,
fact.
anyway,
Oh.
I'm not gonna out anybody, but
Okay.
she's big, and there's not much that she can wear, and that's her vibe because that's the life that she lives. But this guy, I don't know him personally, but obviously he has someone who's in the community or someone who's within the Alta set, and they're the ones that helped him with that
Styling.
concept. Yeah, because that's not a normal thing. Like rappers in Nigeria don't do stuff like that. It's fashion. It's fashion. That's it. Like all my friends who are in fashion, like they do stuff like that. Some of them are gay, some of them are not gay. But you get what I'm trying to say in terms of
Yeah.
that thing. Like, and the Alta wave is moving.
True.
That's why Tiwa Savage hired
Jumped
my
on
friend
it, yeah.
to do the whole video. That's why all these people are hiring like Alta people to do things because they visually get it, and people are trying for people overseas to watch their videos, and they don't want to see the typical Nigerian stuff. Is why, you know what I'm saying? So it's like everything that's happening now in terms of like visuals,
So
there's like
okay, but why do
someone
you put the
within
outro
the
here then?
Alta creative scene that's involved because they get it. Plus they also travel and they have access to people abroad and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're very young, so like the things that they have, the ideas they have, they're fresh. Like someone like Clarence Peters and stuff, their concepts are the same. They're always boring. The concepts don't even make sense with the songs. They don't even
You
mix.
can sign
Connect,
that to
yeah.
This
the
King of
Nollywood.
Boys?
So-
The King of Boys.
No, we can do the Nollywood
Sure.
and sign to the
Bruh.
King of Boys.
Okay.
No, okay, actually, let's the King
Yeah,
of
don't
Boys.
be talking- don't be
after
coming
she
from
watched
my
King of
community.
Boys, that should Olara will
Where you from?
talk about
I'm from
that.
New York.
You can sign the King of
Yeah.
Boys.
How long have you been back in
Okay.
Nigeria?
Almost 2 years.
How's it going?
It's been alright. I haven't really had it hard because like my fiance is like around and stuff, and he helps out and
I see
he
this
makes
Terrence Howard
things easier.
story.
But he
I
hasn't
don't
been
see the
around
bottom
for
you're
like
talking
a
about,
year,
though.
so it's been really difficult. With, like,
So are you
Oh,
planning
okay.
to settle in Nigeria?
half.
Able to reward yourself
Half.
exactly what you want.
How's that going though?
That is why
It's
you
been
should
good.
ask
Okay,
I'm
so
lit.
this is
My
the
family,
Nollywood
we
King
all
of Boys
good. We
one.
chilling.
This is the other
So
one.
I don't have like
No,
the main issues. Like my struggles are like light, traffic,
No.
So we
NEPA.
have stories.
They
So let's
literally
quickly-
come to my house. They cut my light just to
Okay.
be dramatic.
That's like a welcome, an official welcome party. Like,
They hate
welcome
me.
home.
And like, you pay. I'm like, I'm not paying. They're like, you pay. I'm like, I have a gym.
So what do you do? You
Okay,
reconnect?
guys, we're
I
coming
guess
back.
I'm ready to reconnect that shit. And I use my
They're
gym.
so street.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'll be like, oh, Granny, reconnect my light.
Black Bones Army.
They're coming.
Oh, for real?
What they say?
This is Miss
Read it
Eva
out.
Johnson, and don't you touch that dial.
That's right. Let the music find you right here on Smooth 98.1. If you just joined us, this is Grapevine 981 on Smooth 98.1. And we've got comments. So if you're part of the people out there that want to be a part of the contribution, you know what to do. It's 0809-444-0981.
And so today, let's start on Twitter. Our Twitter gang at Eleki247 says the Johnny Drill greatest love song is too much of laying words, lyrics together without a proper arrangement. Can't listen to it more than 9 times. I'm usually tuning off after 1 minute. Listen. Think of most of Kobam's songs. How long does it last? Well, Ife then responds to him saying, you didn't watch it with the video. I'm going to send you a YouTube link right now. And then we go on to our WhatsApp family. We have here from, let's start with Angie. Angie says, Johnny puts a smile on my face every time. However, a good hook chorus makes a song top of mind because you keep repeating it. This song is very wordy, making it difficult to remember the lyrics. I agree with the Love Guru Ayo. It's an amazing song to walk down the aisle to. It's like 2 years too late for me.
Mm.
You see, Black, best rapper my teeth. I beg, I've heard punchlines and flows better than his. He's good, but self-proclaiming himself as the greatest. Now overdo, I beg. Love you guys. Shout out to Olive.
Shout out to you.
All right, so Tony Emeto says from Mushin, the video is copying a Nigerian movie of a gangster who goes for his crime operation, putting on a wedding dress. So just to let you guys know.
Thank you very much for that, because I didn't understand the
Yeah.
video.
Ugochukwu from Ikorodu says, I love the vibe the song is giving me. I get this confidence when I listen to the song. So he's talking about Black Bones' song. And then Kule from Lekki says, I've heard nearly all Johnny Drill's lyrics and instrumentals before. That's no problem. But the flow and arrangement of the song is kind of too dragging for me. And then we have some Zook from Yaba says, just give Johnny a Grammy. This is so not Hollywood
Grammy,
soundtrack
all the
worthy.
way.
That's a reach.
And then Tonya from Magodo says, good morning, everyone. The Johnny Drill song is really great. One thing that stands out is the quality of the writing, lyrics. That is a part of music that our Nigerian artists have not really developed in recent years.
True.
Okay, so let's talk about Nollywood right now. So here's some good news, in my opinion. On Tuesday, 24th September 2019, Tony Tones confirmed that King of Boys will have a prequel, confirming this in a tweet responding to a fan's inquiry. Now, Tony Tones says the prequel will be a series, and she further confirmed that the prequel series has been commissioned but refused to give out which platform it's been commissioned to, basically. So who's excited about it? I know I saw King of Boys 3 times, and I don't know.
Well, I saw it once and it was a pretty dope film. It was good. But sometimes I usually get scared when something is good and we then try to drag it. I get scared because
At
I'm
the wedding
thinking,
party.
just leave us. Wow. Just leave us wanting more. Leave us wanting more. Don't take that away from us.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you now tell the full stories, like taking away the misery behind it, you're taking away the mystery. And I'm a little scared, but Kemi Adetiba is really cool, so I'm wishing her all the best. Who am I to say someone should not pursue their dreams or do that? But sometimes I just really get scared of pushing and stretching it, most especially when it was really good.
I think the move is positive in the light of, okay, like, you know, in America and abroad, like they have movies and the movies did so well that people are like, oh, it should be a series. And maybe there's not really much of that type of feel on Nigerian television, because right now Nigerian television is pretty bland. And King of Boys was really cool. Like Reminisce was dope.
Oh, I
And
didn't know
there's-
Omolara Wood was in the studio. I didn't know Molara Wood was here.
Oh, we're going to talk about her. So one
You get
Okay. So like for me, I think it's something that could work. Obviously, maybe like a first season, and then depending on the reception, they'll figure it out from there. But I think in terms of them trying to branch out is good, because like we all know Nollywood is kind of like crickets.
Hey, I'm out of the studio.
By the
I
way,
feel
I was
insulted.
invited- Olive is a member of the
I
Nollywood.
feel
She's
insulted.
an actress as well.
Hey,
Yeah,
my
but
chair.
we're just keeping it 100.
Hey.
Sorry.
you're good,
No,
don't worry.
sorry.
So remember Jennifer.
Yes.
First of all, they had to do part 1 and part 2, right?
Yeah.
They have
And then
like
now we
10
have the
parts.
series, right?
Payeto.
And the part
Yeah.
1 and 2, though, I think they were great films.
They were, of course. So I can understand why or the reason why they want to go. What was the title again? King of
Prequel,
Boys.
yeah, King of
Yes.
Boys.
If you watch, it was a 2-hour movie. I went to the cinema to watch this. I sat down from A to Z. Sometimes I sleep when I'm at the cinema, but this one I didn't sleep. I
Me
watched from
too.
the beginning to the
Yes.
end. Okay. I understand why they want to extend it. Do you understand? And I'm in for it. If you check some of the narratives, we want to see some backstories.
Backstory.
We
Yeah.
want to see what happened at certain areas. Makanaki, from coming to take over, what were the back discussions? The same for Odogu, the same for Shola Sobawale
Yeah,
and Tony
yeah.
Tones, the young
Exactly.
thing.
Eniola.
Even to Jide Kosoko's character died
Yeah.
eventually.
Oh,
A lot of
true.
things would have happened. We need to
Yeah.
know how she went to America to set up. What happened after that guy disrespected her? the story can be extended. I think
Yeah.
No, so I don't think they're going to do an extension. They're just going to show what happened. The part 2 should be of like something that happened before they got
You know,
to
they're doing
Syria.
part
Prequel.
2 of a movie, then they're doing the series, which is a prequel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so part 2 is coming out.
So it's
Tony
fine.
Tones then
Oh.
mentioned that they're going to do, because people were like, oh, but I want to see what happened before.
Mm.
And then Tony Tones mentioned that they're going to do a prequel, but that would be a series. So part 2 is a movie, the prequel is going to be a
The
series.
only other movie
They're
that
gonna make a lot of
really
money from this one.
gave
They
me
will.
King of Boys feel in the cinema was the setup movie. That was the only other movie that gave me that kind of feel. So yeah, I just really hope they kill it, because if they kill it, I am totally here for it.
Okay, now still talking about things happening on social media. Still on the 24th of September, now Nigerian creative writer, journalist, and critic Omolara Wood, she set Twitter on fire, basically, literally. Now, with her criticism on Nollywood, the film industry generally, about overhyped directors and hyper dramatic acting, and the Nollywood signature. Now, a tweet here says, over dramatic, hammered up performances are what is celebrated as great acting, often in Nigeria. Films without vision, deeper message, or underlying meditative thoughts are masterpieces. Overhyped directors at start of journeys, still finding their voices hailed as masters. Now, Kemi Lala Akindoji comes to say, I have a question though. If the audience is paying for it, does that not mean something right?
That's $1 million question.
Then, this is something that baffles me genuinely. So please educate me. Last, it's down to Naira and Kobo. Now, I've always said
Then
that
she's
there's-
responded though.
and she responded back
Yeah.
again. Okay.
So there are a lot. So it's not just Lala Akindoji that responded. The whole, almost anyone who's in Nollywood responded to the Jade Oshibere responded. Chris Oyeidero, Miyaki Molayon, Nazo Nuzo, that's the Inkplot film people. So many people responded, and of course viewers like you and I, apart from Olive, who's also a part of Nollywood. So it was, but we just picked these out. I don't know which one of the comments stood out for you. If you want to react to what Molara Wood said
I
initially.
would like to say something actually. Are we only speaking about Nollywood, or are we speaking about Nigerians who are film producers, directors, etc., etc.?
Just Nollywood.
Nollywood at the moment.
Okay. I kind
Because
of
they really
agree.
are all on the
I
Nollywood.
kind of agree. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So it's twisted for me. I'm neither here or there. And let me explain. You see, when you criticize or when you critique an industry like Nollywood, yeah, I'm not just about just critiquing the industry. Maybe you should also give recommendation, because you can't just
One
come and
cold
knock.
beverage for you.
True.
Yeah, just don't come and knock and say this, they are quack, they are this and that, and without, if you don't even have a suggestion or solution to whatever the problem
Because
is.
then it's no longer.
I can
constructive.
understand how. I know Chris Hideo, for instance, he's one of the, one of my favorites when it comes to writing, scripting, directing, whatnot. And then you now, do I need to go into that?
Go on,
Chris
go on,
Hideo, you
go
can
on.
just look him up.
Gotcha.
Yes. And then you don't come and tweet this type of this whole thing that you put out there. I mean, I've been to seminars or conferences where these conversations have taken place, the arguments here and there and everything. But I feel like we should actually give the industry
Some credit?
kudos. Yes, give them some credit. I mean, we can't be Hollywood overnight. You need to
True.
just give us some time.
Here's what I think. I've always
Yeah.
said this from the get-go. There's this talk about Asaba. I think that the cinematic type Nollywood is evolving,
Yes.
with the camera aesthetics, the acting, the directing. The writing can be better,
Okay.
but we're getting there. But there will always be that market where people still want to see the regular, and because that's
very
what
true.
sells on on cable TV. That's what a lot of people watch.
Can I say, actually, people really don't even know that Nollywood is like, I don't know how many millions it's bringing in, but like on every
I was even going to
corner-
mention that.
on every corner in New York, like in Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, everyone is watching Nollywood movies, and
Everyone.
they're not watching the nice ones. They like the erotic ones. They like the Yoruba ones where it's filled with juju, and they love the crazy ghetto Nollywood movies. I don't know who's getting the money because it's been pirated, obviously. But even though in Nigeria, people might not necessarily want to continue seeing the same thing that you can see in your backyard, but people abroad love it.
Okay, so I was going to say that first of all, yes, Nollywood may not be where we can't compare Nollywood to Hollywood. We're growing Bollywood. No. In fact, let's not even go to Bollywood. But to be honest, we know what Nollywood has done in 2014. We know how Nollywood increased our GDP. Nollywood has been such a great contributor. Yes, you would have people that probably don't match up to your expectations, but at the end of the day, Nollywood is working with what they're giving. There's not a lot of budget. There's
True.
not a lot of money in the industry. So somebody is saying, "Oh, look at Black Panther." You know how much was invested in filming Black
Yeah.
Panther. We have to make do with not enough money shooting within a period, because at the end of the day you're going to return all these equipments, and if it passes that period you're paying for more.
No
You're
light.
dealing with traffic, you're dealing with lights because they're taking light on set. There's
you're
so
dealing
much
with
that they have
sound
to
as
deal
well.
with.
But how about? Sorry, I know we need to go on break. But how about the story writing aspect?
Well, we're
Because story
evolving.
writing- because story, I know you're evolving, because someone mentioned, and that's why I disagree a little where you talk about the fact that some people have said that the story writing in the past, if you look at movies like Violated, Diamond Ring, look at movies like Godo, movies like that had quality storylines compared to what we all obtained today, and that was one of the biggest things in the argument. So if you're talking about cinematography, video quality, I think after Freshly Pressed, we're having a conversation. No one would argue against that. The quality of actors and artisans. However, a lot of people have spoken about the quality of stories. that
I
are
guess
coming
the
out.
kind of stories we have now are a function of the kind of people that we are now.
I
A lot of things have basically been watered down. It's the same way you can look at several other industries and look at the music industry and say, oh, back in the day they used to do songs with quality lyrics. Now everybody is doing Elegushi music. But at the end of the day, people's tastes are changing. What we think is not a great storyline, you would go on YouTube and somebody will put out that video and it will have millions of views, because there are people, they are consumers. If they were not consumers for that kind of content, then they would
Indeed.
stop producing it. But because there would always be consumers for that, they will keep producing and they'll keep making money.
All right, Lagos, let's go on a quick break. When we get back, will be the final stretch right here on the Grapevine. Stay close.
Let's
So-
not forget that the stories has to be relative. The stories,
Who's
Nollywood
seen
stories
Sylvia?
or whatever, the script
Huh?
has to
Sylvia.
be related
Who's Sylvia?
or relative
As in
to
the movie,
us.
Sylvia.
Do you understand?
It's
You
on
can't
Oh,
do
Sylvia, yes, I liked
all
it.
the-
Fine film,
What's it called?
Even
Avengers
though
kind of
I
stories.
liked
You
the
can't do all of that
storyline,
here.
however, I didn't like the cinematography of Sylvia.
Really?
Meanwhile, Chris,
I thought that the pictures were
really
Years
good.
of
Hush.
promotion.
Ayo,
Hush.
remember
Yes,
Sylvia? Now we
yes,
went for the
and,
movie.
MTV
tonight.
Sugar.
You don't like it too?
MTV Sugar as well.
I loved it.
I liked the story. I liked the story because it gave me some Ted Dekker kind feel, where you're real life and then you continue in dreams, and your dream is a continuation of your reality. So it reminded me of Ted Dekker's kind of novels. However, the picture quality.
Okay, we're back.
It was very poor.
Push them back
But
a bit.
she have just listed already.
So we come back.
Oh, it's his sister. Oh, I know the person too.
Okay.
I fell asleep.
All right, welcome back, Lagos. It's the Grapevine final stretch, and we've got comments.
Yes, Noni says, if King of Boys is considered a good film in the same vein as The Wedding Party, I pass. My best Nollywood film is October 1, but many wouldn't agree. What Omolara said makes sense to me. I wouldn't compare Nollywood to Hollywood, but even then, Ghetto Nollywood has levels, and not all of it. Like The Wedding Party works for everyone. And then, all right. Okay, so Miss Chen is agreeing with you. He says, I agree with the fact that foreigners love the, in quotes, erotic and local movies. I was at a wine tasting in South Africa 2 months ago, and most gist was on them. However, the unfortunate thing is that it's just like how, the West likes to portray Africa when they're doing
That's true.
drives. They put us with flies. We're eating. It appeals to them, and they relate to that more than when they see us in affluence. So I'm not really sure the fact that they like those kind of movies is what their perception of what Africa or Nigeria should be like. So they feel like, oh yes, can't they say that when I've met many foreigners who ask, oh, your mother-in-laws, you people all use juju in your country. They like to believe that narrative, and so that kind of storyline is appealing to them. So I don't know. For me, I'm not really sure. I'm happy that they like that kind of stuff. They like we are rich.
Okay, so we have a few more minutes to wrap up this side of the show. Don't forget, if you have comments about this that we just talked about, feel free to jump in and send it to us. In the meantime, though, Terrence Howard, he's been honored with a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. I don't know, too soon, too late? What do you guys think?
It's okay. I don't think it's too soon, too late. But that's one black
Turns out.
guy that has put in work. I mean, it's been years.
Does this come from the back of Empire, though?
It's possible,
Possibly,
most
yes.
likely, yeah. But even at that, he's done well for himself, and
Because
I
I
think it
stopped
was.
seeing Empire from season 2.
I stopped after season 1. I didn't think it was bad. I just got bored because I watched season 1 in one weekend.
What
That
season
was
are they in right now?
I don't
You
know.
see?
So, but I mean, I just got bored and I, logged off.
I didn't
I'm-
watch even one episode. That much. I only hear maybe one of their songs.
So I was watching maybe season 1 side by side with Power, but I'm still a big Power fan.
No,
Much
that can't
more
be
than
rivaled.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, they're
So
not the same.
How about you, Narelle?
Uh, I'm gonna just say congratulations.
Alright, let's take some comments before we wrap up. May says the quality of stories we get these days are so shallow and authentic. Great writing doesn't cost so much. What we have now is bling and flashy fake stories without quality content. There's one comment I have to read because I think it's this one. All right, so it's about because we have to take our own criticism because when we hear we talk about Nollywood being gracious enough, there's one guy that just yabos. I just want to read that comment. If I can just find it, but you guys plug out before you finish. I will get to that comment.
James Tyler's living in the building. Thank you for listening. Catch you guys next week. Bye.
All right, Olive MOD here. Thank you very much. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Olive MOD and at the Olive MOD Network. And if you follow me, I'll make you fishers of men.
Shit.
Nice one.
Nice one. All right, so this is the comment and it's by Ugo India. Ugo says, "Ugo smooth. Now, well done. No, I don't know the Blackbone guy, but he seems to me like the kind of guy that will hear your analysis and be like, make una shut up." He strikes me as a bold guy. The song is catchy and I move my body in the office. Maybe the coolness of the song will compensate for the boldness of the video, which I haven't seen, Sha. So I just thought, that's what we balanced.
No, I like that guy.
I like him
Yeah.
too. We should shut up. Okay, so I'm going to shut up at this moment.
But before you go, though,
I'm not gonna shut up, but yeah, it's your girl Noir, and you see me when you see me.
nice. All right, Lagos, there's more to come, though. After this comes Lagos Talks 981, so keep in touch with us. In the meantime, great music still lined up for you as well.
Live on the Smooth Breakfast Show.
Zilla, you might